Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm building a Halloween diorama from Michaels. A viewer told me about these. They had lots of different Halloween themed kits. They're $40, but if you have one of the 20% off Michaels coupons, I only paid $32 for this one. It is also available on Amazon, but it's more expensive. It's like $44.79, but I'll link it below in case you want to take a look at it. I thought this one was really cool. Just like most of these sets, comes with everything you need, including the instruction manual that goes over step by step how to put it together. So it's really not too intimidating, but I did have a complaint or two about this kit that I will show you as we start to build it. They did give us some glue, plastic tweezers, and some sandpaper, which is pretty standard in a lot of these kits. However, I'm not sure what kind of glue that is. I did use hot glue for some of it, as well as my E7000, I think is the type of glue I was using. But the first step you're going to do is assemble all the books. So these are not stickers, they're paper. So you do have to glue each one on there, which I'll show you here shortly. And then the instruction manual. Now it does say that you will need a dryer and a hot glue gun for some of the things. And then it shows you everything that's labeled, and then it goes into the instructions. That last part there where you have to glue the tops and the back together. I wasn't a fan of that part because my wood came warped. I don't know if everyone else had that on their sets, but you'll see what I mean towards the end. But I always start with popping out the pieces I need first. All the boards have a letter on them, and then each piece on that board is numbered. So it might tell you to get E2 or E3, and it's really easy to find all that. And I was a little hesitant about the paper, but it is kind of thick. They do fit on the wood pretty nicely. I did have to sand a lot of the pieces because there was sharp wood pieces overhanging on it. But like I said, the sandpaper is included. You could also use a nail file. That works really well. And I'm not sure if this glue is literally like Elmer's glue or a Mod Podge, or I'm not sure what it is, but it did work really well for the paper items. I just chose to use my stronger glue for some things and then my hot glue for other things. I like this glue because it dries rather quickly, and I felt like that was really helpful for some of the items. That way you don't have to wait too long in between building it. Just gotta make sure everything is on there straight. And this part is more enjoyable than building it, in my opinion. I like gluing stuff and putting stuff on there. There's up close. All the paper items were very detailed. And I did use the glue they gave for a lot of them as well. And that didn't seem to like bubble up or anything like it sometimes does when you're putting it on paper. And I kind of pre-folded my book covers before putting them on. I just wanted to see how they would line up. Most of them lined up pretty well, so no real complaints there. And then this one was really cool. It had a stand on it. And then I ended up doing this slightly wrong. One of those papers was supposed to be glued to the base, and then you bend the other two and then glue them all together. That way it looks like the pages are flying open. I ended up bending all three of the pages, which when I went to assemble it, I realized what I did wrong. So it wasn't a deal breaker or anything like that. It still managed to have the bends in the paper, so it looked pretty cool. I do wish I used the other glue though, because this one took longer to dry and that could be a little bit difficult. But it worked out fine. And then of course I went back and straightened that one. And then the other two pages are kind of bent up. And then there were some paper pieces that I had to glue wood to. They kind of look like scrolls. That's going to go on the walls later on. And here are the other books. Again, lots of details. Thought these looked pretty cool. And then they also included some bottles that you had to glue paper on as well, and some fabric you had to fold over. I really like the bottles, and they're nice and bright colors. And the labels, again, even using the glue it came with, they went on really well. They weren't lifting at the sides or anything like that. So far, so good with what they included. And then if you pay attention, it tells you like which label goes on which bottle. Of course, I guess it's not that important. You could do it however you want to do it. I wasn't a fan of folding the fabric, and I think the glue that they told you to use, this glue, I don't think that would have worked well, so I used my other glue for that. But yeah, once you got these on there and kind of pressed it down, it didn't lift off. Just smooth the glue over it, and it stayed on very nice and secure. And next, I glued this bead onto the wooden thing. Again, I used my other glue for that because it's a little bit more stronger and it dries quicker. Now this I thought was pretty cool. I wasn't sure what these pieces were when I initially took them out of the bag. I'm like, what the heck are we using that for? Once you put them in the piece of wood and the shelf that you build, they look like bottles. And I thought that was a really good idea. They did give one that was silver, and if you pull off the film, it's like mirrored. And then the rest of them were just like bright colors. There was green and orange, and it shows you a pattern in which you can lay them in there. And then one of them was rounded, and that was probably my favorite one. It looks like a really fun bottle. But there's a couple different shelves like this, and then they're all going to connect together to make a little potion rack. And I guess you can put these in whatever order you want them, but they had it going 2 orange, a blue, and then the rest orange. Most of them snapped in pretty well. You didn't have to glue them or anything. And then there's one more rack that you have to do, and then it assembles together. And then it will eventually snap into the back wall. That's the round one that I thought was so cool. And they had the purple one, which wasn't really see-through, so I like that too. It looked thicker. And then you just add the sides in. And then one shelf goes above and one shelf goes below. And this is what it looks like when you get it assembled. So far, loving the accessories, really cute. Now, I did build a chair and I did break one of the legs, but I was able to glue it back together. I feel like I almost always break a piece in these sets. It can be tricky to push out the wood pieces, and this one I felt like some of them come out really easily. This set in particular, I feel like was a little bit stiffer or harder to push them out than usual. But up next, we are making this really cool cabinet, and that's what's going to hold the other bottles that we made. So the most important thing when you're putting these together is try to match up the holes the best you can. If you're pushing down and it's not going in, don't keep pushing because that's how you break stuff. And you want to put everything on kind of evenly. So if you get it in one spot, then you gently go around the sides and press down until it all starts clicking into place. Don't force anything, and you should be fine for the most part. I had to glue on some of these gold accents. And then it does say you can place the accessories according to your preference. I just mirrored what they did. But these little drawers, very loose wood on the side. I should have glued them because they kept coming out and I had to keep putting them together throughout this build. They go into this desk and then the desk snaps into the wall. And I like that you can pull them out, but I probably should have glued the sides on. But they're going to slide through the desk as I'm showing you, putting them in here, but they won't do that once it's attached to the wall. As you can see, those sides do not fit snug whatsoever. So that was a reoccurring theme. I probably had to put those back in the desk and put them back together at least 4 times throughout building this. But I like the desk. I think it's cute. I also put together some stairs. That was fairly easy to do. And again, it had these gold accents that get glued on. I feel like that really made it pop. Gave it a lot of character. It's super cute. And then once you put that into the base, then the desk also snaps into the base to look like that. Then I added the wall in the back. And it's coming together nicely. But here's my complaint. So it has you put the top on, but then there's another top piece that you glue onto it. And that was warped. Also, this thing, I had to glue all these together. The hole was not big enough to shove both wires through. I had to take a pair of my metal tweezers and put it in the hole and go around in a circle to make the hole wider in order to fit them both in there. Did not fit, would not fit. So that was one slight flaw. And I should have super glued those wood pieces because they kept sliding everywhere. But this is the instrument I used to make that hole bigger. And here is my warped piece of wood. So judging by that, there's no way the glue they gave me would hold that. So I did end up having to use hot glue. And then I use these metal clamps to hold it together. And as you can see, the back is also slightly warped, though not as bad as the top. So I used hot glue, put these clamps on. Honestly, still doesn't look good. Looks pretty cruddy. You can see all the hot glue, but you probably could file it down and potentially paint over it. And I think that would give it like a creepy little addition to the witch house. The witch book nook, rather. So you can see all my sloppy glue. So I'm not sure if I just got one that was warped or if all of them or most of them are warped. So let me know. But here's my light. It looks pretty cool. And they do have a battery pack that goes in the back. And then you make a slide out thing so you can hide the battery, which is also really cool. It's easy to access it. You glue these 2 pieces together. And then there's a third piece that slides back and forth through there to reveal the battery pack. So I did get that glued on. And now I get to add my potion rack in that snaps into the wall. This gets glued on. I guess I forgot to film that part, but you glue down all those bottles on the inside. That was a little difficult just because it's a small space. But I did get them in there. And then I laid it flat so I can start stacking the books and all the accessories. And again, it tells you you can decorate it how you see fit. But I just mirrored exactly what they did because that's what I always tend to do. Unless I happen to think of an idea that's just so amazing. I thought that this was interesting though. It tells you certain things to use the hot glue on and then certain things to use their glue on. I think I used the E7000. I always want to say E6000, but I think it's 7000 glue. Or maybe it's B7000. You guys know what I'm talking about. My memory sucks. And though I've looked at that bottle a million times, I'm like, I don't remember the letter or number combination with it. But it's strong glue that dries quickly. So here are all the accessories. There's little gems and pumpkins and all the books we made. And then there's other decals. We have moons and stars. And it's a lot to put in there, and it's kind of crammed, which was another reason why I didn't want to decorate it myself. I wanted to do it how they did it. And I like the books and the scrolls like going sideways in the back. It looks so cool. There's a couple more things to add. And then I worked on the base. The base had a little piece of fabric that went down like a rug, the chair that goes on top of it, and then a broom. So I glued those down. I don't know how I feel about the broom though. I guess it kind of looks okay. They have some pumpkins on the ground. Some are plain, some have the faces carved out. And I think they had their broom like laying in front of the chair, and then I decided to put mine behind the chair. I just thought it looked better. I like that the broom was all one piece though, because one of the sets I had to assemble the broom and I couldn't make it look cute. Here's some extra pieces for those drawers. And here is the final product. I feel like the gold accents really make this, makes the details stand out. But yeah, really good job on all the accessories. I think everything looks really nice. Even the light looks like a cracked marble. So again, this is available at Michael's if you're interested. And then I'll put the link below if you want to check out the details on Amazon. It's super bright in the house, so it's hard to show you the light, but I will turn out the light when it's darker in the house so you can see what it looks like, if that helps. Very grainy. But thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.